Hey, David Breslow back here with you. In today's golf tip, I want to talk to you about something that has to do with a little more mental clarity. You know, I talk to a lot of golfers over the years, and it's really interesting, especially when I'm out there on the golf course with them, and I can hear the mental conversation going, because a lot of times they'll do it out loud. And if they don't, I'm usually asking them what are they thinking as they're preparing for a shot. And so many times I hear golfers saying, well, I don't want to go left, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to go over there, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to miss-hit it, and I don't... They have this stream of don't want tos. Now, it's really pretty incredible. Many golfers I talk to have this negative mind stream going, and they're always looking for ways to stop doing it. So here's my first suggestion for you. Stop looking for ways to stop doing anything. It's not about stop doing something. It's not about not doing something. It's about doing something. So forget all the negative streams that are going on in your mind right now. You don't have to deal with that stuff. I think it's one of the biggest mistakes golfers make. Stop trying to figure out how to fix all that junk. It's not worth it. The question is, what do you want? So what I'm suggesting to you today is get away from what you don't want. As you're preparing for any golf shot and you look over the scenario in front of you, it's not about what you don't want. I don't want to go left, I don't want to go right, I don't want to hit into the water, I don't want to hit out of bounds. Because knowing the mind-body connection and the relationship, they are constantly taking in these messages. And when you hear the word don't, believe it or not, your mind doesn't know what to do with that when you say the word don't. It actually doesn't mean anything. So when you're saying don't go left, the message you're really sending into this system is go left. How many times have you said don't and then followed that with something and then ended up pretty much almost doing that very same thing, or hitting a shot that's very well beneath your capabilities? It's because you're sending this message that your internal system is kind of fighting against because it knows it's not good for you. So you end up hitting an awkward shot or something beneath your talent and capabilities. Why bother? The question is, what do you want? I don't want this, I don't want that, doesn't matter. What do you want? I want the ball to go here. I want the ball to go there. I want to land it 5 feet away from the hole. I want to land it on the right third of the fairway off the tee here, because that's good position for an approach shot. I want this, I want that. That's what you do. So anytime you catch yourself on the golf course, today's tip is really all about, the moment you catch yourself saying, I don't want something, you turn that around and say, wait a minute, what do I want? I want this. Because your mind is the captain. It's waiting, their body and your nervous system and the cells in your body are waiting for you to direct it. And if you don't direct it properly, it's not going to get you what you want. And it's going to make you feel like you're not as good as you actually really are. I've seen it happen all the time. When golfers start applying this, they start playing more up to their actual potential and capabilities. And too many golfers are playing below their capabilities. They're getting in their own way. I don't want, I don't want, I don't want. Now, many people who know me, you may not know me or know this about me, but I'm also an actor. And I learned this very simple truth as an actor too very early on, when I'd be up on stage in a class performing a scene, and this teacher would stop us and say, okay, Dave, what is it you're playing here? And I would say something like, well, I'm playing not to be taken advantage of. And the teacher would look at me and go, what? Well, I'm playing not to be taken advantage of. How do you play not to be taken advantage of? I said, I don't really know. And she would go, that's right, you don't know. And you're actually not doing it. You're not even close to doing it. You cannot play not being anything. You can only play being something. And it's the very same message that I just said to you on the golf course. You can't play not doing something. You can only play doing something. So all these I don't want, I don't want, I don't want, just remove yourself from them. You don't have to get rid of them. Just make a different choice. Leave them where they are. Don't do anything with them. You don't have to fight with them. Just as soon as you notice the I don't want's coming up, just stop for a moment in your mind and say, no, it's not about what I don't want. What do I want? Now you're sending some really clear messages into the system. Clarity is king. The system loves clarity. Believe it or not, you're actually very clear when you say, I don't want something. That message is going into the system too. That's why you're getting the results you're getting, and they may be unfavorable for you. So why don't you start choosing what you want? Because it's not about what you don't want. Understand that now. What you don't want has nothing to do with what you do want. It's not going to help you get what you want. Be clear about what you want. What is the shot going to look like? Where do you want it to go? What's the outcome you expect to get? Be very, very clear about what you want. Try it. Try it at the range. Take it out to the course. Dave Breslow, glad to be back with you. And once again, leave me a message. Would love to get involved in a cyber chat with you. Great to be back with you. Look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.